this has been a month full of lots of different varieties of horror, so there is something for everybody. So just because you don't like slasher films, maybe you like supernatural, maybe you like a little monster movies, maybe you like some horror comedies. And this year's horror comedy to watch, like last year's Deadstream, is... Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional, and this is Dave from Nerdbox, and I'm accompanied by my wife Jen, also from Nerdbox. And on this episode, we are talking about Onyx The Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
Fledgling occultist Onyx and a group of worshippers attend a once-in-a-lifetime ritual at their idol, Bartok the Great's mansion.
Short description, but this is by writer, director, star, YouTuber, Andrew Bowser. He's actually been around for 10 years. Didn't know that before going in to see this film. I just thought the trailer looked funny as hell, especially if you liked Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny or Pee Wee Herman in The Big Top Adventure.
And who doesn't like those?
Yes. In the trailer, it looked fun when we were talking about it during the streaming movies that came out that week, and it was a must-watch for us. And it delivered because it's quirky, it's kind of awkward because the character is, and it's an adventure, right?
Awkward is an understatement for this guy.
I can best describe it as like Onyx is a real life cartoon character because the way he moves and speaks and he kind of jitters sometimes. It's like, how are you doing that? I didn't know a real person can do stuff like that.
Yeah, and he does it so flawlessly. I mean, the actor does, and you would think that that's like a normal, like he just like has tics or something.
So Onyx is struggling to get by, working at the local burger joint, and he wants to make something of his life. And here he is. He comes across his hero that has invited 5 people to his mansion to become Satanists.
Yeah, I feel like right off the bat, that's like a hard pass for me. I don't know. And, you know, they go to this out of nowhere, like they just get accepted, they win this prize, and it's like, yeah, I'm totally going to trust this. I mean, I'm not, but okay.
Now, Bartok the Great is played by Jeffrey Combs. And my God, is this guy just underrated? He is freaking brilliant in everything that he does. His delivery is flawless.
Yeah, and he always manages to look so different. I was like watching, we're like halfway through the movie before I realized that that was Jeffrey Combs. Because I was like, Jeffrey Combs was supposed to be in this. Where is he?
No, it's because I said, damn, Jeffrey Combs is brilliant. And he's like,
well, yeah, it was like halfway through. And that's when I was like, wait, that's Jeffrey Combs? I would have never known. I mean, Barbara Crampton looked like Barbara Crampton. So, you know, I could pick her out. But yeah, couldn't have picked him out.
Yeah, so as Onyx is at the mansion, things go awry, and Onyx has to switch roles and become the protagonist of his story.
Yeah, and that's not easy to do when you're literally like the 40-year-old virgin. And very awkward, no friends. You know, even working at like his burger joint job, he still has like the school bullies that come in and pick on him. So yeah, not an easy thing to do when you're that awkward.
Now, as I mentioned, never seen or heard of the guy beforehand on YouTube. But apparently he does a series of shorts where he plays the weird guy.
Weird beard guy.
Yes, and he shows up on like newscasts about guys falling into sinkholes and just weird topics. And they showed a couple of those clips at the end of the movie, and those were funny.
Yeah, they were.
The theater was laughing throughout the entire film, but I think it was a lot of his followers and fans that were there.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the majority of, because the theater was pretty packed too. So I'm thinking that these were people that know him from YouTube and they've been watching him.
So as I mentioned, if you like Jack Black, if you like silly horror comedies, again, this kind of reminds me of some horror comedies that we kind of saw in the 80s.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was good.
Yeah, it was funny. It was cheesy, but it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like that same, like, 80s style that you're used to. I think it's because these characters were all awkward for the most part, and they, some of them, like the one woman was like stuck in the 80s, like with her hair and her shoulder pads in her neon clothes. So, yeah, I think that's what it was. They kind of were like all stuck in a rut, like in a specific time frame.
All right, let's jump into the horror comedy tropes. Yes, there are tropes for them too. An artifact of doom. Is there something in there that is pointing to the doom of the world?
Yeah, check.
Check. Badass boast. Yep, there is some boasting going on with some of these characters in this film. Check.
Yes.
The cameo. So all the horror comedies usually have a cameo from somebody in it. Check.
Yes. Yeah, check.
Chekhov skill. So the Chekhov's gun is the hidden artifact that will help somebody win in the end. This is the skill that the protagonist didn't know that they possessed that helps them along the way.
Check.
Check. Man-child.
Check.
Check. Mic drop. So hero overcomes everything, delivers one verbal smackdown at the end. Check. Shock and awe. So there's always in the horror comedies, you have that one scene that is a little bit gory just to say, hey, yep, we're still horror. We're balanced out. We got comedy, but we got guts too. Check. And then a character's destiny. You all know what that is. In a horror comedy, somebody's destiny is to fulfill X. Check. This is the second film within the last week that checks all the boxes. So this may be one worth checking out if you're going for just the typical tropes that you see in these type of films. What do you rate this one?
I would buy it.
Yes, I would buy it and I would watch it again. This one was definitely one to check out. Maybe check out some of this guy's comedy before you see the film because maybe it's not for you. And you'll pick that up right away from watching some of his YouTube videos.
Yeah. He's got a different type of comedy.
Yes.
So.
And let me know if you watch the movie or if you watch some of the shorts, if you think he's like a real life cartoon character for Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget it is the In Search of Darkness campaign that you helped us be a part of, and we can give you 10% off of what they're offering for their digital and Blu-ray packages, as well as get your name in the credits. Come back.
These are the times that try men's souls.
Police believe that O.J. Simpson is in that car.
Any requests?
Oh, hi there, Fright Fiend.
There's one near you.
Can you explain what internet is?
The In the Search of Darkness 80s trilogy is complete. But as we all know, horror never dies. The early 90s represented an exciting, challenging, and evolutionary period for horror filmmaking.
Showtime! Are you ready?
In Search of Darkness 1990 to 1994 will dive into this era and analysis, deconstruct, recontextualize, and reframe this decade in horror.
Through Nerdbox, through the end of 31 Days of Halloween, you will get 10% off of 3 packages by clicking on the link that is in the description. A digital copy, which includes your name in the credits, a copy of the film, and the soundtrack, plus a booklet. Then there is the standard Blu-ray box set, which adds to everything that we talked about with the digital copies, and you get the Blu-ray, 2 posters, a commemorative booklet, and a few more perks. And then finally, the deluxe box set adds a t-shirt.
Come get some.
Time's running out, so please support that campaign and help support us out along the way. Anyway, there's a couple things that you need to do.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Yes. Until the next, see you.
Happy Halloween.